We know now more than ever, consumers spend a lot of time reading labels, and there are several initiatives underway to make sure they're getting accurate information. Brody Staple is joining me. He is the president of Edge Dairy Farmer Cooperative. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
We've had this conversation for a lot of years now. This is a project that you guys have been working on to make sure there is truth in labeling when it comes to dairy products.
It is something that's been on our docket for quite a few years, and we've been constantly at the FDA and DC trying to change their mind and get them to enforce the rules that are already on the books. And unfortunately, now in the last few weeks, we've taken a few steps backward, but we're not giving up.
And the distinction being, we want to make sure that consumers can distinguish between milk that is from an animal and plants that have been turned into a beverage, correct?
Absolutely. So milk has been around for thousands of years, generations, and it's had this reputation that people can count on. They know that milk has been a reputable, nutritious product. It's one of the most highly regulated dairy products in the United States. So there's a massive amount of consumer trust wound up in the word milk. And now when people, for us, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, right? So when people want to use that word and it's not actually a substance secreted from a mammal as the FDA defines it, it does give us a feeling of pride knowing the quality of the product that we are putting out.
The concern being, though, not all of these products are created equal. And your team has said that some of the plant-based products don't have the same nutritional value, and you want to make sure consumers understand that.
Absolutely. So there's been studies done, and we know that there's confusion because people see milk on a label. They automatically assume it with the same nutritional value. And we know that's not true. I would encourage your viewers to go home and look at the label on a bottle of milk from the grocery store, and then look at some of the alternative options and just look at the ingredient list. There's certainly a difference.
The FDA, though, currently taking comment on this because there's a lot of voices in this discussion. What do we need to do to make our voices heard, and what is the next steps in this process?
So there is an option to get on the FDA's website and submit comments, and we certainly will be doing it, and we'll be having our members submit comments as well. And then there's also some legislation that's pending that we'd really like to see get attached to the Farm Bill by Senator Baldwin's office. We'd like to get that because if we get that legislation passed, then it sort of overrules what the FDA has to say.
Speaking of Farm Bill, that's a very big discussion that we're heading into. Talk about what expectations your team has moving forward.
Well, we've got a couple of things that we're working to play. We're actually writing a marker bill for the Farm Bill. This is a first for our dairy co-op, Edge. And so we're trying to get that in, dealing with federal milk marketing orders and how farmers get paid and milk pricing. But also, there's a couple other things. Conservation is a big thing that farmers are taking a better focus on. And then the dairy labeling, we're hoping to get something done there as well.
And I know that getting credit for things that we're already doing is important when we talk with a lot of the teams that you say farmers are already doing a great job at a lot of this. We just want to make sure that they are recognized for those efforts.
Absolutely. Sometimes it feels like in the whole conservation ball game that those who are the early adopters get left behind, but we certainly would like to make sure that those farmers are recognized for their efforts.
Talk to us a bit about Edge overall. Certainly you do a lot of work on behalf of our farmers. How can people get more involved if they have an idea or a concern or something they think you can help with?
Well, we're certainly open to public input. We are mainly a farmer member co-op across sort of 8 states, Midwest focused. We're continuing to grow. We're the 3rd largest dairy co-op in the United States currently. And a big focus is down in Washington, D.C., but we are kind of one of our sister organizations, Farmers for Sustainable Food, is partnering up with a lot of the local watershed groups in the state and throughout the Midwest, Minnesota, South Dakota. In there, we're trying to tell the story that farmers are doing to the consumer and to the general public, because a lot of times farmers like to stay home and farm, and we really want them to be able to tell their story. So this is another sister organization that's helping us do that.
Well, I see your name pop into my inbox a lot, so I have no doubt that you are very busy on this mission. We thank you for the work you're doing on behalf of farmers, and we'll look forward to updates as some of these things work through their different channels.
Good. Well, thanks for having us.
Thanks, Brody.